That's Money Brown, man. Respect Junior. Boy, Money Brown, he get a lot of money. That's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV. And keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on out there, fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the legend, Mike Tyson, saying Canelo Alvarez, the 4th division world champion and the current unified world champion at 168 pounds, would knock out Jermall, Charlo, the 2 division and the current 160 pound WBC world champion. You feel me? And you got to respect Mike Tyson on this opinion. You know what I mean? We know Mike Tyson has came back into the ring after X amount of years and took on Roy Jones Jr., defeating Roy Jones, making millions of dollars, you know, on pay-per-view, on Triller, you know, and a lot of people think they can do what Mike do, but, you know, it's gonna show that Mike Tyson is a different, he's a different type of celebrity. You feel me? Everybody's not earned Mike Tyson. He earned his right to do what he do. You feel me? But Mike came out and he said he want to see Canelo face Jermall Charlo. He feel like that's a hell of a fight. You know, he feel like you know, Canelo might be too much for him, but he like Jermall because he feel like Jermall Charlo, he's not afraid. He feel like Jermall Charlo is not afraid, that he will give Canelo, you know, a great fight, you know, for as long as it lasts, you know. Now, we all know Canelo Alvarez, you know, a bad boy in that ring, 4th division world champion, like I say, the current unified champion at 168 pounds. And he's looking to be unified one more time as he fit to face Billy Joe Saunders May 8, 2021, and looking to put on a hell of a performance on pay-per-view. No, sorry, not on pay-per-view, my friends, on the Zone. Let me take that back, on the Zone. But, you know, this is going to be one hell of a fight. It's going to be one hell of a fight. Canelo said himself out his own mouth. He, you know, he has to fight Jermall Charlo. You know, he has to fight Jermall Charlo. He understands that's a fight that he has to take on before he leave, you know, the boxing game. But right now he's on a mission to become the undisputed champion at 168 pounds with Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant in front of him. And those are 2 hell of a fights that I have to give respect to Canelo on. Now, Jermall Charlo is currently the WBC middleweight world champion. And, you know, he's been wanting Canelo Alvarez since 154 pounds. You know, he couldn't get him at 154. He moved up to 160 pounds, became Canelo mandatory to the WBC. And we all know Canelo went and fought Triple G. Mauricio Sudamon implemented the franchise belt into the equation and made Canelo Alvarez the franchise champion. And, you know, the WBC real belt dropped down to Jermall Charlo, and Jermall Charlo, you know, became the WBC middleweight world champ, whether people want to respect it or not. You feel me? But now Jermall Charlo is in a position to face someone of Demetrius Andrade, who I want to see him face. You know, him and David Benavidez going back. That'll be a hell of a fight if he move up to 168. But he's not going up to 168 pounds right now. You know, so he has fights at 160 with Triple G being right there. And you know, it's a few names at 160 that Jermall Charlo can face. You know, they can help build his resume and help build his superstar status at 160 pounds. Him and his brother coming off a pay-per-view fight back in September, and they both looking to get back into the ring. You know, now with Mike Tyson, man, look, Mike don't play around. Mike don't joke around. Mike will tell you the fights he want to fight. He'll tell you this guy need to fight this guy. We're seeing what happened when he had Ryan Garcia on this show on Hot Boxing with Mike Tyson. You know how he got Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Davis amped up to fight, which we all know that fight was in play. It should have happened, but, you know, things take place. We ain't going to get too far into that. But even with Mike Tyson hyping up Sugar Ray Leonard and Tommy Hitman Hearns, you know, Mike just got a way of you know, making motherfuckers feel like they need to fight. Period. Making them feel like they need to fight. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, by him being Mike Tyson, everybody know his demeanor. They know his body of work. They know what he done in that square circle when he got in there. You know, being the youngest to be the undisputed at the heavyweight champion. As a heavyweight world champion, he's the youngest heavyweight undisputed champion in the world. Mike Tyson, family. Mike Tyson. I think he was 21 years of age, if I'm not mistaken, 21, 22. And, you know, he went in there and did what he had to do, man. Mike was a young star. he was a young star, man. $100 million. Like I say, buying cars, leaving them at friend houses, telling they can have them. Buying mansions and pet tigers and, going out with this woman and that woman. We all know, Mike's backstory and what happened to him and, linked up with Don King and, everybody know Mike Tyson's story, man. That's why he's the global icon that he is. That's why he's able to come on Triller and face a Roy Jones Jr. and make upwards of $20 million or more. Who knows how much he made? But, he made a lot of fucking money. Period, bro. So when Mike speak, his word holds weight when it comes to this boxing game. Even with him taking the L's that he took. Like, I was the biggest Mike Tyson fan when I was young. The biggest Mike Tyson fan. Thought I was Mike Tyson. You feel me? Thought I was Mike Tyson. My voice was kind of soft. I don't want to really put that out there like that. You feel me? But, everybody, oh, man, that boy sound like Mike Tyson. Things like that. Used to get the box with the little cut in and thinking I was Mike and things. But, Mike Tyson, he had that, that aura about himself, man, to where he was the baddest motherfucker walking in the world. You feel me? Best friends with Tupac Shakur. You know what I mean? And we all know Tupac was the fucking Mike Tyson of the rap game. You know what I mean? So when Mike say something, it holds weight. Looking at Jermall Charlo, looking at Canelo Alvarez, I look at it as one hell of a fight. One hell of a fight, family. You feel me? I used to favorite Canelo in that fight against Jermall. I just thought Canelo was he was better skilled, he was better experienced, and I just looked at it and saying, I just think Canelo edged the fight out. I never seen the knockout either way. I always thought Canelo win on cards. But after Jermall's last fight against Derevchenko and how he beat Derevchenko with the jab, getting better with every fight, the fight got closer to me. It got closer to me to where I say, no, now it's a 50-50 fight. It's a 50-50 fight, in my opinion. But, if Jermall can work that jab, getting stronger, that's Canelo kryptonite, a good-ass jab. Jermall's jab is better than Triple G jab. It's a shotgun jab. But Canelo counter punches, man. His fucking counter punches are just beautiful, bro. His body work, he's smart in the ring, dog. His upper body defense, you know what I mean? Like, Canelo is a bad boy, man. And he know how to make adjustments. So to me, it's going to be one hell of a fight. But Mike said, look, he feel like Charlo will get into the ring. He going to make it exciting until whatever happens. The fight ain't going the distance. It will end in a knockout. And if he's favoring Canelo Alvarez over Jermall Charlo, then he got Canelo Alvarez knocking out Jermall Charlo in devastating fashion, family. Devastating fashion. Whew. I feel you, Mike. I feel you. And like I say, I respect Mike Tyson's opinion, bro. If you feel like that Canelo get into that ring and he knock him out, that's that man's opinion. You have to respect it. You feel me? I feel like this, man. Both of them got chance. Both of them can take a shot. Jermall Charlo got the heart. He got the nuts. He got the guts. And that's what Mike Tyson like about him. That's why he say he want to see Canelo fight him, because he felt like, that kid can go in there and make it interesting. He said it's a hell of a fight. And we ain't got somebody like Mike Tyson saying it's a hell of a fight, because Mike ain't easy to please. Let's say that right now. He's not easy to please. So, Jermall Charlo, you did something right, man, to make Mike Tyson say, Canelo Alvarez should fight you. That's a pat on the back. Whether he got Canelo winning or not, homie, don't take that personal. You just go prove him wrong. But you been doing something right to make, Mike Tyson like you, bro. You feel me? And you got to respect it, homie. You got to respect it. But this is a fight that need to happen, dog. Jermall Charlo versus Canelo Alvarez, to me, is way overdue. I feel like that's one hell of a fight. Canelo earned the right to do what he want to do in the game, but you still got to fight the best. I'm a Canelo fan. I ride for Canelo. But Jermall Charlo is deserving of the fight. It's a fight that need to happen. I'm not listening to all these other cats out here. Oh, you need to do this, you need to do that. Now, in this boxing game, you could do things and move to put yourself in position to get the fight. If Charlo was to move up to 168, you beat somebody like David Benavidez, who was the WBC 168-pound champion before he lost the belt on the scale. And if you do that, right, and Canelo become undisputed at the division, who else is there for him to fight besides Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez if we don't start doing all this mandatory shit? When the fans look at the competition at the division, if Jermall was to move up and him and David was to fight, and Jermall was to beat David and Canelo was to become undisputed, defeating Billy Joe Saunders, defeating Caleb Plant, it's only one name right there. It's only one name. The winner, Dave Benavidez and Jermall Charlo, which is going to be a hell of a fight in itself. A hell of a fight in itself. And the fans will know, that Canelo shouldn't fight nobody else but the winner of those guys. Hands down like 630. There's nowhere else for him to go. Fuck the little weak-ass mandatories. Get in there, defeat one of those two, the winner of them, and nobody can say nothing else about Canelo. Nothing else. You know what I mean? Unless they go say, oh, you got to fight Demetrius Andrade next. But listen, heavy is the head that wears the crown, bro. Heavy is the head that wears the crown. If you want to go into the Hall of Fame, you want to be known as the greatest Mexican fighter of all time, like the Chavez Seniors and things of that nature, Marquez and things like that, which don't get me wrong, Canelo name is up there. But if you want to be known as the greatest of all time and get over those type of fighters, dog, you have to beat fighters like Jermall Charlo. You have to beat fighters like David Benavidez, Demetrius Andrade. You feel me? Yes, Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant are good names. They got titles. But, the names that people want to see you go up against, that's how you become great. That's how you become legendary. And Canelo has the skills to beat them all. He has the skills to beat them all. He put in the fucking work. He's a hard worker. He's a smart man. He learned since the loss of Floyd Mayweather, arguably the hottest boxer in the game. Besides Earl Spence Jr., to me, I think it's Earl. But, can't take nothing away from Canelo. Like I say, a fan of both. I feel like Earl and Canelo will be the fight of the century. But you still got to beat these kind of names, bro. You still got to beat these kind of names, And we'll see what happened, though. But Mike Tyson picks Canelo Alvarez to knock out Jermall Charlo. Will it happen? Will it take place? Will Jermall go in there and prove him wrong? Will Canelo prove him right? Will the fight, be one of the best fights that we ever seen and we want to see a part 2? I just know it's going to be a great fight, man. I just know it's going to be a great fight. But first, Canelo got business to take care of. It's not easy business. So he got to focus on, Billy Joe Saunders and Caleb Plant and become the first person to ever be undisputed at 168 pounds. He's going to be the first Mexican. But it's going to be the first person because there's never been an undisputed 168-pound champion before. And we'll see if Canelo, can conquer that goal and put himself in the history books, and complete that task. But after that, if Jermall Charlo move up, Jermall, do what you got to do to put yourself in position. We'll see if the fight take place, and we'll see if Mike Tyson right. You feel me? A great fucking fight, and we all will enjoy it. We all will enjoy it. Salute to Mike Tyson. Continue to get your money, OG. Salute to Canelo. Salute to Jermall Charlo. Y'all continue to carry the sport of boxing, man. And let's see what happens in the future. Until then, it's your boy Money. This the ANSBC. Moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. Y'all know what it is, man. Big dog status.